Hey there, Regina Allen here, and it is time for Tips and Tricks Tuesday. This week, our theme is energy management. Why is our theme energy management? Well, think about it. Do you wake up Monday morning all pumped and ready to go for the week, and by Wednesday, you're like, oh, is the weekend ever going to get here? If that's you, this one is for you. So, if you're exhausted by Wednesday, or maybe you're exhausted by the end of the day on Monday, I don't know. Here's the thing. You have full control over your energy management. But maybe you're just not managing it all that well. Most of us get tied up in all these things that are going on. There's this meeting to go to and that meeting to go to, and I got to get this done. I got to get that done. And we drain the energy that we have without ever refilling it. So when you use your energy, you have to replenish it. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Because when you know how to effectively manage your energy, you're more productive. So even the things that you think are not getting things done, so taking time for yourself and that kind of thing, you're like, I should be working. It's all in your head. You've made that up. And allowing yourself to replenish your energy is actually making you more productive. So I've got 5 tips for you today on how you can better manage that energy. So the first one is know what your peak hours are and protect them. Now, there's all kinds of books. There's books like, and I love this book, The Morning Miracle. It's a great book. There's all kinds of gurus out there that are saying, hey, be part of the 5 a.m. club and that kind of thing. But the reality is, that's not how everybody works. Get your unicorn on. This is all about you and what works best for you. If you're not a morning person, then don't do the 5 a.m. thing. Maybe you're an afternoon person. Maybe you're a night person. I know some people who do their best work at 2 a.m. It's not me, but I know other people who do, because that's the way their body works. That's the way their mind works. That's the way their energy works. So know your peak hours and protect those hours. So you have a time of the day when your brain is literally just on. It's sharp, it's focused, it is ready to go, it's creative. The thing is that you need to use that effectively. That time of the day, that's not the time of the day to be checking emails. That's the time of the day to be getting your most focused, most needed work done, working with clients, creating that new offer, setting up those ads, whatever it is, that stuff where you really need your brain, not scrolling out on email or scrolling out on social media or doing admin tasks. Your peak hours are the hours where you should be doing those things that need your brain really on. So protect those peak hours. Find out what they are for you specifically, and then use them effectively. The second tip is to build rest in on purpose. What does that mean? In my calendar, I have some non-negotiable stop times. My lunchtime is non-negotiable. I stop for lunch. I go outside. There's no tech, no phone, no computer, nothing. I walk away from my stuff and take some time out. I might even take a nap. It's whatever works for you. Build rest time on purpose, okay? So rest is not a reward for finishing your to-do list. Your brain literally cannot sustain a deep focus for hours and hours and hours. We all have a certain time. They used to say, so for some people it's 20 minutes, for some it's 45, for some it's an hour, and you can go an hour before you start squirreling out. Figure out what that time is for you. And then, use your focus time. I always tell people, I have a kitchen timer, and I use my kitchen timer on purpose, because if it's on my phone and then my phone starts ringing because my phone's in front of me, it distracts me. So I use this so there's no distractions. And I'll set it, for me, 45 minutes is a good focus time. I'll set it for 45 minutes. When it goes off, it doesn't matter where I am, what I'm doing. I stop and take a break. So build that rest in time on purpose. And then when I come back, I'm way more focused. I'm way more engaged. And usually when I'm taking that break, I'm usually like, oh yeah, and I could do this too. Or, oh yeah, put this in. If I'm making content or something like that, find the time that works best for you. It could be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour, 45, an hour, whatever it is. You need to figure out what your best time is for your energy. And then stop pushing through and saying, I'll just take another half an hour and get this done. Do you ever notice how you do that? You say, okay, well, yeah, I'm like a half hour away from getting this done. I'm just going to keep going. And then you get done and you're almost overdrained. Your energy is like really gone. That's because you started scraping the bottom of the barrel. Your energy was going down and you didn't allow it to recharge. So like your cell phone, it shuts off. If your battery power goes to 0 on your cell phone, what happens? It shuts off. Yeah, so do you. So you want to make sure that you're not getting to the point where your battery is so low. Now you literally have to go away, go lay down, go do something or whatever, so you can plug in and recharge back up. You don't want to get to that level. You want to get down, the energy will go down, and then you want to plug in before it goes to 0. How's that for an analogy? Number 3 is match your tasks to your energy level. So like we said about those peak hours, so high energy, those peak hours, that is when you're doing, you're doing client work, you're creating your courses, you're creating content, you're maybe doing business strategy. That's the high energy area. The medium energy, yeah, go in and check your emails, do some planning, maybe some research if you have to research something. Low energy, that's when you're doing that admin work or maybe scheduling or maybe file organizing or something like that. You're effectively managing your energy based on your task, or you're managing your tasks based on your energy. So high energy, medium energy, low energy, figure out what works best for you and where those times are. And wherever those times are, that is where you want to focus those tasks. Number 4, sorry, I've got something in my eyelash probably. Watch what you're putting into your body. Now, I know this sounds like kind of an obvious one, but when you eat a bunch of junk food, what happens? Your sugar goes real high, your stuff goes really high, and then all of a sudden you crash. When you don't eat, do you skip breakfast? Do you skip lunch? Do you get working and so involved in what you're doing that you're like, oh my gosh, I totally missed lunch. I started working at 10 o'clock this morning and it's 4 o'clock now and I haven't even stopped and I haven't eaten lunch or done anything. That's not good. That's a complete way to burn out. So watch what you're putting in your body. Don't skip meals. Don't run on caffeine. Just say, I'll have another cup of coffee to keep me going. Water. Drink water. I drink a ton of water every single day. This is next to me all the time, and I'm constantly drinking water. So if you're not drinking enough water, your energy levels will drop. So eat real food. Drink water. Get enough sleep. For some of us, sleep doesn't necessarily come easy, but do what you can to get the most sleep that you can so that your energy is there and ready for you. This sounds really simple, but it can be really hard. But pay attention to it. And the more you pay attention to it, the more effective you will get at keeping it where it needs to be. Tip number 5 is do a weekly energy audit. So once a week, maybe it's Friday afternoon, go in and just ask yourself, what drained my energy this week? What gave me energy this week? And based on those 2 things, what are you going to do differently next week to keep your energy in check, protect your energy, and be more productive? So I have a little exercise for you to do. It's a quick energy audit. So take a couple minutes and rate your energy in 3 areas today. The first one is this morning. When you got up, were you sharp, focused, ready to go? Or were you like, oh my gosh, does somebody have more coffee out there because I'm really foggy? So were you sharp or were you foggy? In the afternoon, say maybe around noon, 1 o'clock-ish, did you actually get things done before then, this morning, into that? Or did you get to a point where you hit a wall? If you hit a wall, guess what? Your battery just went to zero. That's your energy hitting a zero. So you want to make sure once you know, okay, well, I hit a wall. Okay, in that whole thing of the how at that end of the week audit, when you're sitting there looking at it going, okay, where was my energy? And if you say, well, my energy was really low mid-afternoon, why was that? Maybe it was what you ate. If I have lunch and then at 3 o'clock you would just crash, probably what you're eating. So pay attention. So that afternoon output, it's did you get things done or did you hit a wall? And then last but not least, at the end of the day, did you feel good about the day? Did you feel good about the accomplishments? Or were you totally wiped out, burnt out, overwhelmed, going, we have to go do this tomorrow? If you were, that's your energy being way, way, way down here. And we want to get your energy up here. So look at those other things. What are you eating? What are you drinking? What are you doing? How much are you sleeping? Are you using those peak hours for what they're meant? To do those high energy things, or are you looking at the hours? I am sorry, there is something in my eye that really hurts. So pay attention to your energy. My energy right now is focused on this eye. Pay attention to where your energy is going and protect your energy for the most important tasks that you need to get done today. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be burnt out. You don't want to be at the end of the day and go, wow, that was a really productive day and I just need to but I'm done. I'm spent. I'm completely done. You want energy for your family, for your friends, for whatever it is that you do outside of your business. You want energy for that too. So if you manage your energy effectively, and especially your work energy, you will be much more productive during the day and happier because now you've got time for the family, you've got time for the kids, you've got time for the soccer game, time to go to a concert, time to go hang out with people, whatever it is that you like to do outside of work. You'll have energy for that as well. So managing your energy is critical, and it's a constant ongoing thing. When you notice yourself getting low, that's your signal. It's time to stop and go do something different. Go take that break. I give you permission to take a break and then come back to where you were and what you were doing. And when you come back, trust me, you will be more focused, more energized, and you will get more done. That's what I've got for you this week. We'll see you next time on Tips and Tricks Tuesday. Bye for now.